Okay, so Sunday morning, just came back from church. Cabella's grinder, and yeah, I just ran. I have a roast. I have a couple more. I'm gonna make some jerky as well. So I had one of these roasts that I just chopped up into thin slices, this long. Gonna feed them through there, and that's the outcome. So I used a small blade. I'm not sure. I think it's a 1/4 inch, something else. They have a name for it. So now I'm gonna put I've got more casings, but put this casing in cold water or warm or lukewater with some salt. Then I've got 2 kinds of spices here. This one is from South Africa. It's kind of a barbecue sausage type deal. And then I bought this from Cabella's because I was after the casings, and I kind of just figured I like teriyaki sticks regardless, so yeah, that's gonna work out. So I did have when I cut the meat up, I did have some oil, add some oil to it just to give it some kind of a lubricant going through the, let's see if I can get that in. Get this stuffed in there, get this lined up in there, and gonna get some spice on her. All I'm doing, I'm just forcing, just making it go in. Okay, so we got the sausage done here. Some teriyaki, some normal South African sausage. So now I buy enough meat to do jerky. My first time. I've done sausage with other people, but I've never done it by myself. Only one, you want to come look over here? Show the sausage. You want the sausage nice and even. So that's the main thing. You want it nice and even, filling up the casing. Not destroying the casing, but nice and just filling it up. That's a bit much.
Looks like sausage.
I don't know if it's gonna taste like sausage, but
To be determined.
see, like here I made it too thin. Boom.
Ta-da!
Sausage.
Ta-da!
They do strips, probably this wide, probably this long to dry. So it's easy to eat when you're in a vehicle or something. So this vinegar is vinegar with Worcestershire sauce, which I don't think I have any in the cupboard to show you. It's normal white vinegar. It's normal white vinegar, as you can see. Then I throw a little bit out, and then I put Worcestershire sauce in with. So from there on, this is also Freddie Hearst spice. This is a I can't see it there, but it's supposed to, you can see it's actually South Africa, manufactured in South Africa. It's called Hunter Hunter Biltong spice. So Biltong means jerky, just in Afrikaans. So what I normally do with that, I add brown sugar. Here it is, the brown sugar. So that's everything I use. I'll show you. I'm gonna mix these two way before I do anything else. But then yeah, we'll get the meat cut. That's what we don't use for jerky. We'll cut steaks, so when we have a barbecue, we've got some nice barbecue steaks. So after I well, I cut this. I normally try and get sirloin. I can show you that. Sirloin for jerky, and then for steaks, it depends what is there, but round also is good. So what I normally do, if you want to see it here, it's a little bit fatter than my finger. This finger got hurt in rugby, so that's why she's a little bit wider. But if you want to take, just to get a good reference, you take a normal teaspoon, probably as wide as a teaspoon, give or take. Not everyone's going to be as wide, but okay. So from there on, we're gonna flip these over. And so what we'll do now, we'll cut them into strips, nice as wide as your finger once again. So out of this one will be 1, 2, let's say 3, because you got to remember, even if you cut these too thin, they are gonna dry out somewhat. So in my case, I eat this more for a food than a delicacy, because it's something that's dry, there's something that cannot perish in your lunch kit. So yeah, I kind of make it count to make it a little bit thicker, a little bit more meat, so it kind of fills a hole when you're busy working. So okay, that piece is cut up. If you want to see, it's all about preference. So yeah, I don't know if you want. It depends how you want to do it. I like it like this. The next guy won't like it like this. So yeah, I'll see. I'll probably take half of this and get that in there, get the brine in there, and the rest would be steaks, because obviously the jerky box, which I'll show you, also has just so much space. Yeah, let's get it done. Okay, so I didn't show you earlier. Also, what I like to do, since your jerky is going to hang like this, you want to, at an angle, cut the bottom here when the piece is too long, because then the blood can drip, or the moisture can get out of here, and there will be moisture on your jerky box bottom. That's why you put down paper towels and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add our vinegar with Worcestershire sauce here, and yeah, let's do that. You can fill it until everything is submerged, because what the vinegar does is, vinegar and Worcestershire sauce, it breaks down the fat, and it makes the meat, it tenderizes the meat some. So you want it all submerged and everything nice and covered. It's gonna sunk, the vinegar. So yeah, that's what's left of that piece of round, or that piece of sirloin. So what we'll do next, we'll the spice I'll show you. Well, the spice I'll only mix in the morning, because I'm gonna spice them and set them overnight again. So what we'll do, that I normally keep the jerky in there for in that brine. It depends. I do it for 5 hours on the minimum. But if you let it stand overnight, it's fine as well. Yeah. But then yeah, after that I'll drain the vinegar brine, and then I will mix up because there will be still a lot of moisture in there. I will mix up my brown sugar and my jerky spice, mix that in a bowl, and then I'll I'll pour it over and then I'll rub it in and I'll let that sit for maybe a day or whatever the case may be. And then I'll just take it and I'll go and hang out in the jerky box. But throughout that period where the spices get on the jerky, I do drain blood that comes out of the meat. Obviously I throw that out of the bucket. There's no way in keeping it in there. So yeah, then all the big blood moisture that's gone, so that the spices, because there's spices, that's difficult for me to tell you what's in here. I would have to see if I can get the recipe online on the system. So good brand, it's good stuff. Yeah, with this meat grinder that I bought from Cabela's, this is my first time that I ground any meat before on my own. Normally I get the butchery to do all that stuff for me. This thing was, I think this cost, oh, this was $100. So then you get all the attachment, everything you need to grind it and to stuff it. So if you are a hunter and want to work some game and like to make jerky and stuff like that, then I would say this is a pretty decent one. Obviously you can get more expensive, but for the purpose that I just did it, what I did earlier when I grounded up the meat, I did put some oil over it so it could slide down easily. And people were complaining of that it doesn't feed that well. I've got a friend that has the same one. He was complaining, and I don't know, I just put oil on and I had no problem. And I think it was a decent machine. So yeah, that was very, very easy. So yeah, we got the rest of this meat we're gonna cut up in steaks. I normally make nice fat steaks. I don't barbecue that much, but when I do barbecue, I kind of want to make it count. So yeah, and we'll drop them into a Ziploc bag and they'll go into the freezer. So yeah, a couple steaks there. Just spoke to Steph. He's actually laying in front of the TV. He's lazy. Yep. Lazy. So okay. She normally makes us some stroganoff. So I kind of took that pieces and then I cut small tiny beef strips for her so I can get that in a bag, and then she doesn't have to struggle cutting meat when she wants to make something. These pieces I'm gonna cut up in blocks so she can use in the crock pot. So yeah, and then we kind of sorted for a week or two. Yeah, got enough meat to make something. So got our strips in bags. We got our cubes here. Then we got our steaks. I just folded them in half here, so and we got the sausage. Yeah, and this was a couple of hours worth of work. So yeah, got the jerky done. There's our deals. So I'm quickly gonna clean this up and then yeah, can relax. I probably should have started off saying I did clean or sanitize the workspace and stuff. We kind of use this. It's a bio-based product, and it smells really good. So yeah, always make sure that where you work is clean before, during, and after. Okay, so yeah, this is 9 p.m. We just went and spent some time with the in-laws, and yeah, this is what she looked like since this afternoon. At 1, I'm gonna dump all the vinegar out. You can see how the fat was chewed up, but I'm gonna dump this out and get our spices going here. So yep.
What you doing?
taking out some brown sugar because I'm gonna split the meat now. Oh, I'll put some of that meat. Some of that meat in here just so I can spice the bottom of it. There is a way to measure this down. I just kind of know how much to put on, how much to put in the stuff by now. So
Are you saying you've done this a few times?
just a couple.
His hands are clean. We didn't video him washing his hands, but it did happen.
Exactly. Brown sugar just makes it nice and sticky. It's nice and sweet. So what I do, I just take some of the meat out. You want to get the spice all the way around it. You kind of want to, I wouldn't say rub it in, but just all the good stuff collects at the bottom. Just a nice coat. So after you do this, just know that you are gonna have to toss them a couple more times, because obviously there's blood that's gonna come out of it, and you want that blood to you want to throw that out in the sink, so you can get rid of the blood. So yeah. Normally I mix this all in one bowl, but it didn't happen like that now. So just a nice decent coat. That's all you can ask for. So you can see everything's covered, even if you take it and you tip it over. See, there's a nice coverage. You get your spice everywhere. That's all you want. Okay. You know, if your hands look like this, then you did a good job.
No, I'm not.
So those will sit there. I'll have that in that container for probably definitely overnight, and I'll probably hang them tomorrow night after work. So they'll definitely spend in that container for the next, at least in my eyes, another 24 hours. Where in the morning I'll dump some blood out, because obviously it's starting to dry out, and then I will dump it out in the afternoon when I get here, and then at night I will quickly get it hung. And then we've got some of the jerky sticks that we're also gonna get on, so perfect.
We might share, we might not. It's hard to tell.
Good morning, just got from the gym. I got a shower, I got myself dressed for work. Still trying to get done here. I'm gonna pour some, I'm gonna get some of this blood out. So I'm gonna get some of this blood out, if you see. It's from the jerky, so we can drain that. And then, yeah, look how it's nice and soaked in. So this afternoon, late or tonight when I get back, I'll quickly hang them in the jerky box. Sure, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is day 2. I did throw out all the blood and stuff last night and when I got home. So this is what the jerky box looks like, and this is what the jerky looks like. Okay, so got the jerky here. put this right over there. That's what the jerky looks like. Okay, so remember the sausages we made with with teriyaki sausage and then the normal sausage. This is our jerky box. It's a normal container that I cut holes in there. I cut a hole in there for the fan, and then just flip it open. And you put some paper towels down there just to suck up all the moisture that drips on it. So and then I got some paper clips here to hang the jerky. So yeah, let's get cracking. We gotta be at work pretty quick here, so we gotta rush. So what you want to do with a paper clip, bend it open like so, and then you got a hook. This one hooks on the wires on the top, this one hooks through the meat. You want that pointy deal to go down so that it can drip the moisture off. There you go. We actually have 42 pieces in here. 42 pieces of jerky because I had to use some of my old ones, and obviously that counts 40. So yeah, that's what's left. Just a little bit of spice, and that's actually more brown sugar than anything else. So yeah, what I was gonna do, since it's the first time I do sausage in this, or jerky sticks, depending on what you want to call it, I'm gonna stack them like this. I don't know what it's gonna do. This is my first learning curve. Pretty sure it would work out, but yeah, I just hope it's tasting pretty good. So there you go. And then the lid goes on. I put the also I got a fan, so I put the fan just on. I kind of generally want to get enough meat so I can fill the box, just because of airflow. Then it doesn't become so dry so quickly. So yeah, I mean, and this is a lot of food, a lot of tractor food. So hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you figure out your jerky box pretty soon. And yeah, I don't say this a lot. Please subscribe, and yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. What you could do as well is cover these holes with a gauze of some type of sieve or something to keep flies out. I'm in the garage here, so there's minimal flies, and it's winter time, so there's nothing around. But yeah, hope you learned something. Hope I could show you something, and please subscribe and share this to all your friends. Thank you.